Hello, my dear friends. Welcome to this channel. Today, we are going to talk about one of the most important topic of thermodynamics. So, if you are sitting in a MTech IIT interviews or job interviews by the core companies and you are saying that you have the interest in thermodynamics subject, then this is the most important question he will ask from you. So, he will maybe directly ask second law of thermodynamics or Kelvin Planck statement or directly Clausius statement. So, ये बहुत कॉमन क्वेश्चन है, ये सभी स्टूडेंट से पूछा जाता है इंटरव्यू के टाइम. सो if you will explain in my ways, then like I will explain. First of all, I will tell Kelvin Planck statement, and then I will prove that statement with the help of mathematical equations. So इस तरीके से अगर आप इंटरव्यूअर को एक्सप्लेन करेंगे, then it will be happy, he will be happy, and your selection of chances will increase, and you will be seen as the different student from other candidates. So how now I'm going to start this video. So he will ask second law of thermodynamics. So you will tell that, sir, we can explain second law of thermodynamics with the help of two of the statements, Kelvin Planck statement and Clausius statement. In this video, we are going to talk only about Kelvin Planck statement. So start with in this way, like you have done the research on that topic. So first of all, you will tell that Kelvin Planck statement is given by Lord Kelvin and Planck. Like these two persons have stated this statement, Kelvin Planck statement by Lord Kelvin and Planck. So now other thing that these are the two statements that are I have written. So cram these statements, and according to that you will explain, you will just read that statement in front of him. Like first of all, the statement is that it is impossible to construct a heat engine that can produce work by interacting with a single reservoir. And the other one statement is the bookish statement that you will cram. सो इनका कहने का मतलब क्या है केल्विन प्लैंक का. सो लाइक एज वी ऑल नो, हीट इंजन वर्क प्रोड्यूस करता है बाय इंटरेक्टिंग विद टू ऑफ द रिजर्वॉयर्स. वन वी विल कॉल इट एज सोर्स एंड अदर वन विल कॉल इट एज सिंक. सो सोर्स से हीट लेता है, देन वर्क को प्रोड्यूस करता है, एंड सिंक को थोड़ी बहुत हीट रिजेक्ट करता है. इन दिस वे हीट इंजन हॉल वर्क. सो केल्विन प्लैंक ये कहते हैं कि इट इज इम्पॉसिबल, ये पॉसिबल ही नहीं है कि हीट इंजन सिर्फ एक रिजर्वॉयर से इंटरेक्ट करे. मीन्स या तो सिर्फ वो हीट सोर्स से ले ले या सिर्फ वो हीट रिजेक्ट करे सिंक को एंड वर्क को प्रोड्यूस कर दे, मतलब कि सिर्फ एक रिजर्वॉयर से इंटरेक्ट करे. तो ऐसा पॉसिबल ही नहीं है कि और वो वर्क को प्रोड्यूस कर दे. सो उनका कहने का मतलब ये है. So the other book is statement is that it is impossible to construct a device which operates on a cycle and produces no other effect than the transfer of heat from a single body to produce work. This means that it is impossible to construct an engine whose sole purpose is to convert the heat from a high temperature source or a reservoir into an equal amount of work. And the fourth point that improves your explanation, that Kelvin Planck statement gives the concept of heat engine, like the Clausius statement gives the concept of heat pump and refrigerator. This gives the concept of heat engine. So another thing you can also tell about him, that PMM2. So it's wrongly written that PMM1, perpetual motion of second kind. So you can extend this explanation by explaining the concept of PMM2. Like this is the machine that violates the second law of thermodynamics, like Kelvin Planck statement, as it can produce. The PMM2 is a machine, perpetual motion machine of second kind, is the machine that can produce work by interacting with the single reservoir. Like this is in this image, this is the engine E that can produce work by interacting with the with the reservoir with having temperature T by taking the heat Q. So this is PMM1, and this violates the second law of thermodynamics that is shown by the cross sign. And these two follow the second law of thermodynamics. As we can see that this engine is taking work, not producing one. Okay, and this is taking heat from the same other source reservoir and producing work, and some of the amount of heat energy it is rejecting to the sink. So in this way, extend the explanation as much as you can possible. So now you will prove that statement with the help of equations. Like as we know, the formula of efficiency is equal to 1 minus T2 by T1. T2 is the temperature of the sink. As we can see that this is sink and this is source. Okay, this is engine. So 1 minus T2 by T1. T2 is the temperature of the sink and T1 is the temperature of the source. So this is the formula. And another formula of the efficiency is ratio of work output to the heat supplied. So how you will explain? As P in PMM2, this is the engine that is going to produce work with by interacting only with a single reservoir. So in this we can see that there is no sink. So the temperature T2 is equal to 0. So if the sink is not present, means engine interacting with the source only, then T2 equal to 0 Kelvin. Then we are going to put that T2 equal to 0 Kelvin in our formula of efficiency. So efficiency becomes 1 minus 0 by T1. So 1 minus 0 is equal to 1 or 100%. As we have many times we have studied that this is the 100% efficiency of the machine. It can be produced only by an ideal machine, which do not exist in our real world, as we have studied many times in our physics and all the time. And another thing we can also say that efficiency equal to 1 is showing that, as we know, the formula of efficiency is equal to ratio of work output upon the heat supply. So work output becomes equal to the heat supplied, means जितनी हमने हीट सप्लाई करी उतना ही हमें वर्क मिल गया, मीन्स QL इक्वल टू 0. सो हमारे पास जीरो हीट रिजेक्शन है, मतलब कोई भी लॉसेस नहीं है. दिस इज शोइंग दैट दिस इंजन इज आइडियल इंजन which has efficiency is equal to 100% and which is impossible. And actually, the maximum efficiency can be shown by the Carnot engine, which also do not have the efficiency equal to 100%. So we can prove this Kelvin Planck statement that no engine can produce work by interacting with the single reservoir. Means it must have two reservoirs. It must have minimum number of two reservoirs. It can be more than two, but minimum number of reservoirs for producing the work by the heat engine is two. With the help of that, we can prove this statement in this way. So I think I've covered the video, and if you will explain this Kelvin Planck statement of second law of thermodynamics in this way, then the interviewer will be happier from you and the selection chances of you will increase. And we will proceed this video by explaining Clausius statement in the next video. So इस वीडियो के लिए इतना, and please join this Telegram channel and please share the video and subscribe the channel, and thank you.